Question 1. A company is defining their generative AI strategy. They want to follow Google recommended practices to increase their chances of success. Which strategy should they use? You have four options on your screen. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option C, top-down strategy. Let's understand why. See, when organizations begin their generative AI journey, one of the most important factors for success is having strong leadership support and a clear business vision. That's why Google recommends a top-down strategy. In a top-down approach, executive leadership defines the organization's AI vision, identifies business objectives, establishes governance policies, and allocates the resources needed to support AI initiatives. This creates alignment across the company and ensures that AI projects are focused on delivering measurable business value rather than operating as isolated experiments. A top-down strategy also helps organizations address important considerations such as security, compliance, responsible AI practices, risk management, and workforce enablement. With leadership driving the strategy, AI adoption becomes more structured and scalable. Now let's take a look at other options. Option A, the bottom-up strategy. Well, that can encourage innovation at the team level, but it often results in disconnected projects that may not support broader business goals. Option B, rapid implementation strategy. Well, that focuses primarily on speed rather than the strategic alignment and governance. And option D, multi-directional strategy, is not a Google recommended framework for generative AI adoption. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, top-down strategy. Next question. A sales manager wants to responsibly use generative AI to increase efficiency with their existing tasks. They want to allow the sales team to focus on building customer relationships and closing deals. How should the sales team use Gen AI? You have four options on your screen. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option B, to draft emails and provide real-time insights about customer needs. Let's understand why. See, this question focuses on the responsible use of generative AI in a sales organization. The goal is to increase efficiency while allowing sales representatives to focus on what they do best, that is, building customer relationships and closing deals. Generative AI can help by drafting emails, summarizing customer conversations, preparing meeting notes, and providing real time insights into customer needs and preferences. By automating these time consuming admin tasks, sales professionals can spend more time engaging with customers and delivering value during sales interactions. This is a great example of AI augmenting human capabilities rather than replacing them. The sales representative remains in control of customer communications and decision making, while AI acts as a productivity assistant. Now let's look at other options. Option A focuses on creating blog posts and social media content. While AI can certainly help with this, those activities are generally associated with marketing rather than core sales responsibilities. Option C involves automatically generating sales pitches based on analysis of public social media profiles. This can create privacy and ethical concerns and may not align with responsible AI practices. And option D is incorrect because AI is designed to enhance existing systems such as CRM platforms, not replace them entirely. Therefore, the correct answer is option B. Next question. A developer is using a generative AI model to create concise summaries of legal documents. It's crucial that the summaries are factual and stick closely to the information presented in the source document, avoiding speculative or overly creative interpretations. Which sampling parameter should be set to a lower value to encourage more deterministic and focused output? Again, four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option D, temperature. Let's understand why. This question is asking which parameter should be lowered when you want a generative AI model to produce factual, focused, and predictable summaries of legal documents. The key parameter here is temperature. Temperature controls the amount of randomness in the model's responses. When the temperature is set to a low value, the model tends to choose the most probable next words and phrases. This results in outputs that are more consistent, deterministic, and closely aligned with the source material. For legal document summarization, that's exactly what we want. The goal is not creativity or imagination. The goal is accuracy, consistency, and faithfulness to the original document. A lower temperature helps reduce the chances of the modeler introducing speculative or unsupported information. Now let's look at other options. Option A, number of beams influences how many possible response paths are evaluated during generation, but is not primarily the primary control for creativity and randomness. Option B, token count for input simply affects how much information can be provided to the model. Option C, output length determines how long the summary can be, but does not affect whether the content is factual or creative. Therefore, the correct answer is option D. Next question. A company wants to create an AI powered educational solution that provides personalized learning experiences for students. This platform will assess the students' knowledge, recommend relevant learning materials, and generate personalized exercises. The application would provide the structure for lessons and track progress. What type of AI solution should they use? Once again, you have four options. Please pause the video to go through them. And the correct answer is option D, a customized learning agent. Let's understand why. Let's examine the requirements carefully. The company wants an educational solution that can assess student knowledge, recommend learning materials, generate personalized exercises, provide lesson structure, and track progress over time. This requires much more than simply generating content or recommending resources. The solution must continuously evaluate the student, make decisions about what should happen next, and adapt the learning experience based on the student's progress. That's exactly what a customized learning agent is designed to do. A learning agent can analyze the student's performance, determine knowledge gaps, select appropriate learning resources, generate targeted exercises, and adjust learning paths as the student progresses. It acts as an intelligent assistant that helps personalize the entire learning experience. Looking at other options, option A, a learning management system, is useful for delivering courses and tracking progress, but it lacks the intelligent decision making and personalization capabilities required. Option C, an AI powered recommendation system can suggest learning resources but cannot provide the complete personalized learning workflow described in the question. And option D, a fine-tuned large language model can generate educational content but does not independently manage assessments, learning plans, and adaptive decision making. Therefore, the correct answer is option B. Next question. A rapidly scaling AI startup is training very large foundation models. They require access to massive amounts of specialized compute hardware like TPUs and GPUs, along with high speed networking and storage, all managed and maintained by a cloud provider. Which layer of the generative AI landscape is primarily providing these fundamental compute resources? Four options once again. Please go through them, pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option D, infrastructure. And that was an easy one, but let's understand why. To answer this question, it's helpful to understand the different layers of the generative AI landscape. The scenario describes a startup that is training very large foundation models and needs access to GPUs, TPUs, high-speed networking, and large-scale storage. These are all examples of the core computing resources. The layer responsible for providing these resources is the infrastructure layer. Infrastructure forms the foundation of the entire AI ecosystem. It includes data centers, cloud computing services, specialized AI hardware such as GPUs and TPUs, networking systems, and storage platforms. Cloud providers manage and maintain these resources so organizations can focus on building and training AI models rather than operating physical hardware. Now, looking at other options, option A, applications, refers to the end user products and services that use AI capabilities. Option B, models, refers to the foundation models and machine learning models that perform AI tasks. Models depend on infrastructure to run. And option C, platforms, provides development, deployment, and management tools for AI solutions, but these platforms themselves rely on infrastructure underneath. Since the question specifically focuses on the compute hardware, networking, storage, and cloud managed resources required to train large foundation models, the correct answer is option D. Next question. A marketing team wants to use AI to search across documents, images, and videos to gather campaign insights from internal assets. They need a solution that can understand and process multiple data types in a unified way. Which Google Cloud capability best supports this need? You have four options on your screen. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. The correct answer is option C, multimodal search. Let's understand why. See, the key phrase in this question is that the marketing team wants to search across documents, images, and videos to gather campaign insights. They need a solution that can understand multiple types of data and process them together. This is exactly what multimodal search is designed to do. Traditional search systems typically focus on text. Multimodal search goes much further by allowing AI to understand and retrieve information from different content formats such as documents, images, audio, and videos. This creates a unified search experience where users can discover relevant information regardless of how that information is stored. For a marketing team, this is extremely valuable. Campaign assets that often exist in many forms, including presentations, reports, images, advertisements, videos, and creative content. Multimodal search enables a team to analyze and search across all these assets using a single AI powered capability. Now let's look at other options. Option A, reinforcement learning is a training technique used to help AI agents learn through feedback and rewards. Option B, prompt tuning helps customize model behavior for specific tasks but does not provide multimodal search functionality. And option D, Vertex AI feature store is used to manage machine learning features and support model training and inference. Therefore, the correct answer is option C. Next question. What does Vertex AI search enable companies to do? You have four options on your screen. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option A, to ground LLM responses with first party data, third party data, and Google's knowledge graph. Let's understand why. See, Vertex AI search is designed to help organizations make large language model responses more accurate and trustworthy by grounding them in reliable data sources. Grounding means that instead of relying solely on the model's pre-trained knowledge, the AI can retrieve relevant information from connected data sources before generating a response. These sources can include first-party enterprise data such as documents, knowledge bases, and internal repositories, third-party data sources, and Google's knowledge graph. This capability is especially important because it helps reduce hallucinations and ensures that generated responses are based on real, verifiable information. As a result, users receive answers that are more accurate, relevant, and aligned with the latest available data. Let's review other options. Option B focuses on identifying popular content based on global search trends, which is not the primary purpose of Vertex AI search. Option C suggests indexing the entire public web. Vertex AI search does not function as a general purpose web search engine. Option D describes comparing products across online retailers, which is unrelated to Vertex AI search capabilities. Therefore, the correct answer is option A. Next question. An organization with a team of live customer service agents wants to improve agent efficiency and customer satisfaction during support interactions. They are looking for a tool that can provide real time guidance to agents, suggest helpful information, and streamline the support process without fully automating customer conversations. Which component of Google's customer engagement suite should they use? You have four options on your screen. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option C, Agent Assist. Let's understand why. Let's focus on the key requirement in this question. The organization already has live customer service agents and wants to improve their efficiency and customer satisfaction during support interactions. They're not looking to replace agents. Instead, they want AI to provide real time guidance, suggest useful information, and help agents resolve issues more effectively. That's exactly what Agent Assist is designed to do. Agent Assist works alongside human agents during customer conversations. It can automatically surface relevant knowledge articles, recommend responses, summarize discussions, and provide contextual information in real time. This helps agents find answers faster, reduce call handling times, and deliver a better customer experience. Now, let's take a look at other options. Option A, Google Cloud Contact Center as a service. Well, that provides the broader contact center platform, but it is not the specific feature that delivers real-time assistance to agents. Option B, Conversational Insights analyzes conversations after they occur to identify trends and improvement opportunities. It is an analytics solution rather than a live assistance tool. And option D, Conversational Agents, well, that focuses on automating customer interactions through virtual agents and chatbots. The question specifically states that the company does not want to fully automate conversations. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, Agent Assist, because it enhances human agent performance with real time AI powered support and recommendations. Next question. A large multinational corporation with geographically dispersed teams struggles with knowledge silos and inconsistent access to crucial internal information. What is a key business benefit of using Google Agent Space in this scenario? Four options. Please pause the video over here. And the correct answer is option B, seamless knowledge sharing and collaboration across internal systems. Let's understand why. See, the challenge described in this question is a common problem in large organizations. Teams are spread across different locations, information is stored in multiple systems, and employees struggle to find the knowledge they need. This creates knowledge silos and reduces productivity. Google Agent Space is designed to address exactly this type of challenge. Agent Space helps employees discover and access information across different enterprise systems through a unified experience. Instead of searching through multiple applications, repositories, and databases, employees can quickly find the information they need regardless of where it is stored. This leads to better collaboration, faster decision making, and improved productivity across the organization. Teams can share knowledge more effectively, avoid duplicating work, and maintain better alignment even when they are geographically dispersed. Now let's look at other options. Option A focuses on automating employee performance reviews, which is not a core capability of Agent Space. Option C relates to IT infrastructure management, which is outside the primary purpose of Agent Space. And option D highlights encryption and compliance features. While security is important, the question is specifically focused on solving knowledge silos and inconsistent access to information. Therefore, the correct answer is option B. Next question. A financial services company uses AI to process loan applications. The system works well for standard applications, but occasionally fails when encountering unusual situations like co-borrowers with significantly different credit profiles, international income sources, or unique collateral types. What type of AI limitation is the company experiencing? Once again, you have four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option C, edge cases where unusual scenarios exceed the model's typical training experience. Let's understand why. See, this question highlights one of the most common challenges in AI systems, handling edge cases. The loan processing system performs well for standard applications, which means it has learned patterns that occur frequently in the training data. However, it struggles when it encounters unusual situations such as co-borrowers with very different credit histories, international income sources, or uncommon types of collateral. These are examples of edge cases. Edge cases are rare or atypical scenarios that fall outside the situation the model commonly sees during training. Because the model has less experience with these cases, its predictions and decisions become less reliable. Now let's take a look at other options. Option A refers to a knowledge cutoff problem which occurs when a model lacks access to recent information. The scenario does not mention outdated regulations or missing current data. Option B refers to bias in training data. While bias is an important AI concern, there is no evidence that demographic groups are being unfairly affected here. And option D refers to hallucinations where an AI generates false or fabricated information. The problem described is not about inventing information, but about struggling with unusual situations. Therefore, the correct answer is option C. Question 11. What is an example of unsupervised machine learning? You have four options on your screen. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option C, analyzing customer purchase patterns to identify natural groupings. Let's understand why. See, to answer this question, it's important to understand the difference between supervised and unsupervised machine learning. In supervised learning, the model learns from the labeled data. That means the training data already contains the correct answers or outcomes. Examples include predicting customer churn, forecasting sales, or classifying images into known categories. Unsupervised learning is different. The data does not contain predefined labels. Instead, the algorithm tries to discover patterns, relationships, or structures on its own. That's exactly what's happening in option C. The system analyzes customer purchase patterns and identifies natural groupings of customers based on their behavior. These groups are not predefined by humans. The algorithm discovers them automatically, making this a classic example of unsupervised learning. Now let's take a look at other options. Option A predicts subscription renewals using historical renewal outcomes. Since labeled outcomes are available, this is supervised learning. Option B uses labeled product images to train an image recognition model, which is also supervised learning. And option D forecasts sales using historical data and known results, making it another supervised learning example. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, analyzing customer purchase patterns to identify natural groupings. This is a common example of unsupervised learning, often used for customer segmentation and pattern discovery. Next question. A retail company is using generative AI to personalize shopping experience in real time. To ensure that the foundation model continues to generate relevant and accurate recommendations over time, the company wants to continuously track changes in customer behavior and update model inputs accordingly. Which tool is best suited for monitoring and managing feature data used by the model during this process? Four options on your screen. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option B, Vertex AI Feature Store. Let's understand why. This question focuses on maintaining accurate and relevant AI recommendations over time. The company is using generative AI to personalize shopping experiences and wants to continuously track changes in customer behavior. As customer preferences evolve, the data used by the model must also be updated so that the recommendations remain useful and accurate. This is where Vertex AI Feature Store comes in. A feature store acts as a centralized system for managing machine learning features. Features are the inputs used by models to make predictions or generate recommendations. Vertex AI Feature Store helps organizations store, organize, monitor, and serve these features consistently across both training and production environments. In a retail scenario, customer behavior data such as purchase history, browsing activity, product preferences, and engagement metrics can be continuously updated and made available to AI models through the feature store. Now let's review the other options. Option A, prompt engineering is used to improve model responses through better prompts, not to manage feature data. Option C, Vertex AI Agent Builder is designed for building AI agents and conversational applications. Option D, reinforcement learning is a machine learning training technique and not a feature management platform. Therefore, the correct answer is option B, Vertex AI Feature Store, because it is specifically designed to manage and monitor the feature data that powers AI models. Next question. A company has a machine learning project that involves diverse data types like streaming data and structured databases. How does Google Cloud support data gathering for this project? You have four options on your screen. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option D. Google Cloud provides tools such as PubSub, Cloud Storage, and Cloud SQL. Let's understand why. See, this question is about data gathering for a machine learning project that involves different types of data, including streaming data and structured databases. Google Cloud provides several services specifically designed for collecting, storing, and managing data from a variety of sources. One of the most important is PubSub, which enables real-time ingestion of streaming data such as application events, sensor readings, or user activity streams. Cloud storage provides highly scalable storage for unstructured data such as images, videos, documents, and backup files. Cloud SQL supports structured relational databases and is commonly used to store transactional business data. Together, these services form a strong foundation for gathering and managing data before it is used for analytics or machine learning. Now, let's take a look at other options. Option A mentions BigQuery. While BigQuery is a powerful analytics platform, its primary purpose is analyzing data rather than collecting it. Option B is incorrect because the Gemini app is an AI assistant and not a data ingestion platform. And option C is incorrect because Vertex AI focuses on machine learning and AI development rather than serving as the primary mechanism for collecting data from various sources. Therefore, the correct answer is option D. These services are specifically designed to support data gathering and storage across diverse data types. Next question. A company wants to quickly build a chatbot that can answer employee questions based on a large repository of internal HR policy documents. They want the chatbot to provide answers grounded in these documents to ensure accuracy and avoid making things up. They prefer a solution that minimizes complex setup and leverages Google's search capabilities. Which Google Cloud offering would be most suitable for rapidly implementing this RAG-based chatbot? Once again, you have four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option C, using pre-built RAG capabilities within Vertex AI Search. Let's understand why. Let's focus on the key requirements in this question. The company wants to build a chatbot that can answer employee questions using internal HR policy documents. The responses must be grounded in those documents to improve accuracy and reduce hallucinations. They also want a solution that can be implemented quickly with minimal complexity. This is a perfect use case for RAG. Vertex AI search includes pre-built RAG capabilities that allow organizations to index their documents, retrieve relevant information when users ask questions, and generate answers that are grounded in the retrieved content. Because these capabilities are already built into the platform, companies do not need to create and manage their own retrieval pipelines, vector databases, ranking systems, or search infrastructure. This greatly accelerates development and simplifies operations. Now, looking at other options, option A would require building a separate retrieval mechanism, increasing complexity and implementation time. Option B is incorrect because training a foundation model from scratch would be expensive, time consuming, and unnecessary for this use case. And option D would work technically, but manually building a RAG architecture requires significantly more effort compared to using the pre-built capabilities available in Vertex AI Search. Therefore, the correct answer is option C. It provides the fastest and simplest path to building an accurate document grounded HR chatbot. Next question. A learning and development team wants to quickly create a new hire training video with a custom avatar and voiceover that matches their company's branding and key messaging. They did not receive any money to spend on the production. What should they do? Four options. Please pause the video over here. And the correct answer is option B, create a video with Google Vids. Let's understand why. See, the key clues in this question are that the learning and development team wants to quickly create a training video, include a custom avatar and voiceover, align the content with company branding, and do it without a production budget. Google Vids is specifically designed for this type of use case. Google Vids uses AI to help users create professional videos quickly. It can assist with scripting, storyboarding, voiceovers, visuals, and overall video production. This allows teams to produce engaging training content without needing specialized video editing skills or expensive production resources. For organizations creating onboarding and training materials, Google Vids provides an efficient way to generate polished content while maintaining consistent messaging and branding. Let's review other options. Option A uses Imagen, which is an image generation model. It can create visuals, but it is not a complete video production solution. Option C involves training a model with Vertex AI. This would be far more complex and expensive than necessary for creating a training video. And option D suggests using the Gemini app. Using Gemini, well, that can help generate scripts and ideas, but Google Vids, the dedicated Google product built specifically for video creation. Therefore, the correct answer is option B, create a video with Google Vids. It is the fastest, simplest, and most cost-effective solution for producing an AI-assisted training video. Next question. An organization wants to use generative AI to create a chatbot that can answer customer questions about their account balances. They need to ensure that the chatbot can access previous portions of the conversation with the customer. Which prompting technique should they use? Four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option A, use prompt chaining. Let's understand why. See, the important requirement in this question is that the chatbot must be able to access previous portions of the conversation when responding to customer questions. In customer service scenarios, conversations are often multi-turn. A customer may ask a question, provide additional information, ask a follow-up question, and expect the chatbot to remember everything that has already been discussed. This is where prompt chaining becomes useful. Prompt chaining allows information from earlier prompts and responses to be included in subsequent prompts. By carrying forward the conversation history, the model can maintain context and generate responses that are relevant to the ongoing discussion. For example, if a customer first asks about a checking account balance and later asks, "What about my savings account?" the chatbot can understand the context because previous conversation details are included in the prompt chain. Let's take a look at other options. Option D, zero shot prompting, simply asks the model to perform a task without providing examples. It does not maintain conversation history. Option C, role prompting, well, that helps establish the model's persona, such as a customer service agent, but it does not preserve previous interactions. And option D, few shot prompting, uses examples to guide responses but is not designed to manage conversational context. Therefore, the correct answer is option A, use prompt chaining, because it enables the chatbot to maintain and use information from earlier parts of the conversation. Next question. A large company is creating their generative AI solution by using Google's cloud offerings. They want to ensure that their mid-level managers contribute to a successful Gen AI rollout by following Google recommended practices. What should the mid-level managers do? You have four options on your screen. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option D, drive Gen AI adoption by identifying high impact, feasible solutions that address specific challenges within their workflows. Let's understand why. See, to understand this question, it is helpful to think about the different roles involved in a successful generative AI rollout. Executive leaders typically define the vision, secure funding, and establish organizational priorities. Technical teams build and deploy the solutions. Mid-level managers sit in the middle and play a critical role in connecting strategy with execution. Because they understand their team's daily workflows and challenges, mid-level managers are ideally positioned to identify high impact and feasible use cases for generative AI. They can determine where AI can improve productivity, reduce manual effort, enhance customer experiences, or streamline operations. By focusing on practical business problems and driving adoption within their teams, managers help ensure that AI initiatives deliver measurable value rather than remaining experimental projects. Now let's take a look at other options. Option A focuses on securing funding and executive sponsorship, which is generally a responsibility of senior leadership. Option B involves creating an enterprise-wide data strategy, which is usually owned by data leaders, architects, and executives. Option C refers to continuous testing and refinement, which is commonly performed by implementation teams and product owners. Therefore, the correct answer is option D, drive Gen AI adoption by identifying high impact feasible solutions that address specific challenges within their workflows. This is one of the most important contributions mid level managers can make to a successful AI transformation. Next question. An analyst is using an LLM to solve a word problem that requires several calculation steps. Initial attempts to ask for the final answer directly result in errors. The analyst then refines the prompt by adding the instruction, show your work and explain each step before giving the final answer. This leads to the correct result. What is this technique of guiding the model to detail its reasoning process called? You have four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option D, chain of thought prompting. Let's understand why. See, this question describes a situation where an analyst is trying to solve a word problem that requires several calculation steps. Initially, asking for the final answer directly produces incorrect results. The analyst then changes the prompt and instructs the model to show its work and explain each step before providing the final answer. After doing that, the model arrives at the correct solution. This is a classic example of chain of thought prompting. Chain of thought prompting encourages the model to break a complex problem into smaller reasoning steps. Instead of immediately generating an answer, the model works through the logic step by step. This often improves accuracy for tasks involving mathematics, logic, planning, and multi step reasoning. By making the reasoning process explicit, the model is less likely to overlook important details and more likely to arrive at the correct conclusion. Now let's take a look at other options. Option A, few shot prompting involves providing examples to guide the model but does not specifically focus on step-by-step reasoning. Option B, react prompting. Well, that combines reasoning with action such as using tools or retrieving external information. And option C, prompt chaining involves linking multiple prompts together rather than asking for detailed reasoning within a single prompt. Therefore, the correct answer is option D, chain of thought prompting. It helps the model solve complex problems by reasoning through intermediate steps before generating the final answer. Next question. A developer asks a foundation model to perform a task with the following prompt. Translate the phrase good morning into Spanish. The prompt provides the instruction directly without including any examples of English to Spanish translations. Which prompting technique is being used here? Four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option B, zero shot prompting. Let's understand why. See, to answer this question, we need to understand the different prompting techniques used with large language models. The prompt in this scenario is very simple. The developer says, translate the phrase good morning into Spanish. Notice that no examples are provided. The model is simply given an instruction and expected to perform the task using the knowledge it already learned during training. This is known as zero-shot prompting. In zero-shot prompting, you ask the model to perform a task without showing any examples of how the task should be completed. The model relies entirely on its pre-trained understanding of language and the instruction provided in the prompt. Now let's take a look at other options. Option A, one-shot prompting would include a single example translation before asking the model to perform another translation. Option C, role prompting. Well, that would involve assigning a role such as you are an expert Spanish translator. Option D, few shot prompting. That would provide multiple examples of English to Spanish translations before presenting the actual task. Since the prompt contains only an instruction and no examples, the correct answer is option B, zero shot prompting. This is one of the simplest and most commonly used prompting techniques with large language models. Next question. A national bank is overwhelmed by the customer inquiries across multiple channels and needs an AI-powered solution to provide seamless, consistent support, empower customer support agents, and improve service quality. What Google Cloud product should the bank use? four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option D, Google Contact Center as a Service. Let's understand why. Let's focus on the requirements in this scenario. The bank is overwhelmed by the customer inquiries coming from multiple channels. They need a solution that can provide consistent support, help customer service agents, and improve the overall customer service experience. These requirements point directly to Google Contact Center as a Service, also known as CCaaS. CCaaS is a comprehensive customer engagement platform that combines AI-powered capabilities with traditional contact center operations. It can support voice, chat, messaging, and other communication channels while providing intelligent routing, virtual agents, agent assistance, and conversation analytics. This allows organizations to handle large volumes of customer interactions more efficiently while maintaining a consistent experience across channels. Now let's review the other options. Option A, Gemini for Google Cloud. Well, that helps cloud teams and developers work more effectively within Google Cloud environments. Option B, Gemini for Google Workspace. That enhances productivity in tools such as Gmail, Docs, Sheets, and Meet. And option C, Vertex AI Search. Well, that helps users search and retrieve information from enterprise data sources but does not provide the customer engagement capabilities required for a modern contact center. Therefore, the correct answer is option D, Google Contact Center as a Service. It is specifically designed to deliver AI-powered customer support, improve agent productivity, and enhance customer satisfaction across multiple communication channels. Question 21. A sales manager is training her team to use AI for generating client proposals. She considers using a single high quality example, one shot prompting, instead of multiple examples, also known as few shot prompting. What is the main advantage of using a single example for this business training? You have four options on your screen. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option C. It reduces training time while still providing clear guidance on expectations. Let's understand why. See, this question focuses on the advantages of one-shot prompting in a business environment. With one-shot prompting, you provide the AI with a single example of the desired output. In this case, the sales manager could provide one high-quality client proposal and then ask the AI to generate similar proposals for new customers. The key benefit is efficiency. A single example is often enough to communicate the expected structure, tone, and format while requiring much less preparation than gathering multiple examples for few shot prompting. This allows teams to get started quickly while still giving the model clear guidance on what a successful proposal should look like. Now let's review the other options. Option A is incorrect because a single example provides less diversity than multiple examples. Few shot prompting would expose the model to a wider variety of writing styles and patterns. Option B is incorrect because one shot prompting is generally used to improve consistency rather than increase creativity. And option D is incorrect because one example cannot possibly cover all potential client situations and business scenarios. Therefore, the correct answer is option C. It reduces training time while still providing clear guidance on expectations. This makes one-shot prompting a practical and efficient technique for many business use cases. Next question. A technology company prides itself on being at the forefront of innovation. When choosing a cloud provider for their generative AI initiatives, they prioritize a partner that not only offers robust current solutions, but also demonstrates a deep commitment to ongoing research and development, ensuring access to the latest advancements in AI. Which characteristic of Google Cloud best aligns with this priority? Once again, you have four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option C, Google's AI first approach and continuous investment in AI research and innovation. Let's understand why. See, this question is really about innovation and long term leadership in artificial intelligence. The company wants a cloud provider that not only offers strong AI capabilities today, but also continues to push the boundaries of what's possible through ongoing research and development. This is where Google's AI first approach becomes important. Google has been investing in AI research for many years and has contributed some of the most significant breakthroughs in the field. In fact, the transformer architecture, which serves as the foundation for modern large language models, was introduced by Google researchers. Because of this deep commitment to AI innovation, Google Cloud customers gain access to advanced models, new AI capabilities, and emerging technologies as they become available. This makes Google Cloud particularly attractive for organizations that want to stay ahead of competitors and take advantage of the latest developments in generative AI. Now let's review the other options. Option A focuses on documentation and support, which are helpful but not indicators of AI innovation leadership. Option B relates to pricing flexibility, which does not address the company's innovation goals. And option D highlights Google's global infrastructure, which supports scale and reliability, but is not the primary reason an innovation focused company would choose Google Cloud for AI. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, Google's AI first approach and continuous investment in AI research and innovation. This aligns directly with the company's desire to remain at the forefront of generative AI advancements. Next question. An organization is collecting data to train a generative AI model for customer service. They want to ensure security throughout the ML lifecycle. What is a critical consideration at this stage? Again, we have four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option D, implementing access controls and protective sensitive information within the training data. Let's understand why. See, the question focuses on the data collection phase of the machine learning lifecycle and asks about a critical security consideration. At this stage, organizations are gathering data that will be used to train a generative AI model. This data may contain customer records, personal information, business documents, or other sensitive content. If this information is not properly protected, it can create serious security, privacy, and compliance risks. That's why implementing access controls and protecting sensitive information within the training data is so important. Organizations should ensure that only authorized personnel can access the data. They should also use encryption, data classification, privacy controls, and governance policies to safeguard sensitive information throughout the training process. Now, let's review the other options. Option A, applying software patches is an important security practice, but is more relevant to system maintenance and operations. Option B, monitoring model performance typically occurs after training and deployment. And option C, establishing ethical guidelines is essential for responsible AI, but it focuses on governance and fairness rather than data security during collection. Therefore, the correct answer is option D, implementing access controls and protecting sensitive information within the training data. Security begins with protecting the data that powers the AI model. Next question. Team of data analysts skilled in SQL needs to build a sales forecasting model using variables of historical data stored in their company's BigQuery warehouse. They want to accomplish this directly within the data warehouse to minimize data movement and avoid learning new programming languages. Which Google Cloud technology is specifically designed for this purpose? Four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option C, BigQuery ML. Let's understand why. Let's look at the key requirements in this question. The analysts are already skilled in SQL, their historical sales data is stored in BigQuery, and they want to build a forecasting model without moving data or learning new programming languages. These requirements point directly to BigQuery ML. BigQuery ML allows users to create and train machine learning models using standard SQL commands. Since the data already exists inside BigQuery, analysts can perform model development directly within the data warehouse environment. This eliminates the need to export data to external machine learning platforms and reduces both complexity and operational overhead. It also allows SQL users to leverage machine learning capabilities without becoming experts in Python, TensorFlow, or other data science tools. Now, let's review the other options. Option A, Dataproc is designed for big data processing using technologies such as Spark and Hadoop. Option B, Vertex AI Workbench provides notebook environments for machine learning development, but typically requires programming knowledge. And option D, Cloud Functions, well, that is a serverless execution service and not a machine learning platform. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, BigQuery ML. It enables analysts to build and deploy machine learning models directly within BigQuery using familiar SQL skills while keeping the data in place. Next question. A large insurance company is undertaking a major digital transformation. They plan to replace their entire on premise legacy call center hardware and software with a fully cloud native AI integrated solution. They need a comprehensive enterprise grade foundation that includes telephony, IVR, virtual agents, and agent assistant tools in one scalable package. Which Google Cloud offering best represents this end to end platform? Once again, you have four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option D, Google Cloud Contact Center as a Service, CCaaS. Let's understand why. See, the key phrase in this question is that the insurance company wants to replace its entire legacy contact center environment with a cloud native AI integrated solution. They need much more than a chatbot or a few AI services. They require telephony, IVR, virtual agents, agent assistance, scalability, and enterprise grade management capabilities all within a single platform. That's exactly what Google Cloud Contact Center as a Service, or CCaaS, provides. CCaaS is an end-to-end contact center platform designed to modernize customer service operations. It combines traditional contact center capabilities with advanced AI features such as virtual agents, intelligent routing, real-time agent assistance, conversation analytics, and omni-channel customer engagement. This allows organizations to retire legacy hardware and move to a fully managed cloud solution that scales as business needs evolve. Now let's review other options. Option A, Google Meet is intended for meetings and collaboration rather than contact center operations. Option B provides individual AI services, but organizations would still need to build an integrated complete contact center platform themselves. And option C, Vertex AI Agent Builder, well, that is useful for creating AI agents but does not replace the telephony and operational capabilities of a contact center. Therefore, the correct answer is option D, Google Cloud Contact Center as a Service. It is the complete enterprise platform needed for a large scale contact center transformation. Next question, an easy one. What is the definition of an AI agent? You have four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option A, an application that learns how to achieve a goal based on inputs and tools available to it. Let's understand why. Well, an AI agent is much more than a simple chatbot or software application. It is an intelligent system that can work towards achieving a goal by analyzing information, making decisions, and taking actions. The key idea is autonomy. An AI agent can receive inputs, evaluate available options, use tools or external systems, and determine the steps needed to accomplish an objective. Rather than simply responding to individual prompts, it can perform multi-step reasoning and execute tasks on behalf of users. For example, an AI agent helping with travel planning could search for flights, compare options, book reservations, and update a calendar. It uses available tools and information to achieve a goal rather than waiting for detailed instructions at every step. Let's review other options. Option B describes a human expert who manages AI systems. That person may work with AI agents, but they are not themselves an AI agent. Option C describes a user interface, which is simply the way users interact with an application. Option D describes a static component that provides information, whereas AI agents are dynamic systems capable of reasoning and action. Therefore, the correct answer is option A, an application that learns how to achieve a goal based on inputs and tools available to it. This ability to reason, decide, and act is what makes AI agents unique. Next question. A company wants to choose a generative AI use case that will be successful and have the most impact. What key factors should they determine first according to Google Cloud recommended practices? Four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option D, the specific business problems the company aims to solve and the desired outcomes. Let's understand why. Well, one of the most common mistakes organizations make when adopting generative AI is starting with the technology instead of the business problem. Google Cloud recommends taking the opposite approach. Before evaluating models, platforms, or AI tools, organizations should first identify the specific business challenges they want to solve and the outcomes they hope to achieve. This ensures that AI investments are focused on delivering measurable value. For example, a company might want to reduce customer support response times, improve employee productivity, accelerate software development, or enhance customer experiences. Once those goals are clearly defined, it becomes much easier to select the right AI solution and measure success. Now let's review the other options. Option A focuses on employee training. Well, training is important, but only after the organization knows what problem it is trying to solve. Option B focuses on the availability of pre-trained models. Technology choices should support business goals, not drive them. And option C focuses on how frequently foundation models are updated. While it is useful, this is not the primary factor when selecting a use case. Therefore, the correct answer is option D, the specific business problems the company aims to solve and the desired outcomes. Successful generative AI initiatives always begin with a clear understanding of business value and expected results. Next question, another easy one. What is the definition of generative AI? Four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option B, a type of artificial intelligence that can create new content and ideas, including text, images, music, and code. Let's understand why. See, generative AI is one of the most transformative areas of artificial intelligence because it goes beyond analyzing data and can actually create new content. A generative AI system learns patterns from large data sets and then uses that knowledge to generate original outputs. These outputs can include text, images, videos, music, audio, software code, and even combinations of multiple content types. For example, large language models can generate reports, emails, summaries, and conversations. Image generation models can create entirely new artwork or marketing materials based on text prompts. These capabilities are what make generative AI different from traditional AI systems. Let's review other options. Option A describes linear regression, which is a predictive analytics technique used to model relationships between variables. Option C describes neural networks, which are a foundational technology used in many AI systems, including generative AI. And option D describes machine learning and deep learning in a general sense, but does not specifically define generative AI. Therefore, the correct answer is option B, a type of artificial intelligence that can create new content and ideas, including text, images, music, and code. The ability to generate original content is what defines generative AI. Next question. A large e-commerce company with a vast and frequently updated product catalog finds that customers struggle to find products on their website, and support agents spend too much time finding detailed product information. The company wants to improve search accuracy and efficiency for both customers and support. What Google Cloud solution should they use? Once again, you have four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option C, pre-built RAG with Vertex AI search. Let's understand why. Let's examine the business problem first. The company has a very large product catalog that changes frequently. Customers struggle to find the products they need, and support agents spend too much time searching for detailed product information. This is a classic search and retrieval challenge. Pre-built RAG with Vertex AI search is especially designed for these scenarios. RAG stands for Retrieval-Augmented Generation. The solution first retrieves relevant information from the product catalog and then uses generative AI to create accurate, context-aware responses based on that information. This approach is especially valuable when information changes frequently because responses are grounded in the latest available data rather than relying solely on a model's training knowledge. For customers, this means more accurate product search results and faster discovery of relevant products. For support agents, it means quicker access to detailed product information, improving efficiency and customer service quality. Now let's review other options. Option A, Vertex AI conversation. Well, that focuses on conversational experiences but does not solve the core search and retrieval challenge. Option B, Vertex AI Natural Language API, that provides text analysis capabilities rather than enterprise search. And option D, Vertex AI Model Garden offers access to AI models but does not provide a complete search solution. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, pre-built RAG with Vertex AI Search. It combines intelligent retrieval with generative AI to improve both search accuracy and operational efficiency. Next question. What will Google Cloud's Agent Assist help a company achieve? Once again, you have four options on your screen. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option B, the ability to provide real-time assistance and recommended responses to live customer service agents during their interactions. Let's understand why. Agent Assist is one of Google's AI-powered customer service tools designed specifically to help live customer support representatives. The key phrase here is live customer service agents. Agent Assist works alongside human agents during customer interactions and provides real-time support throughout the conversation. For example, it can automatically surface relevant knowledge-based articles, recommend responses, summarize customer issues, and provide contextual information that helps agents resolve problems faster and more accurately. The goal is not to replace agents, but to make them more productive and effective. By reducing the time spent searching for information and suggesting relevant responses, Agent Assist improves both agent efficiency and customer satisfaction. Now let's review the other options. Option A describes conversational insights, which analyzes completed conversations to identify trends, sentiment, and performance metrics. Option C describes Google Cloud Contact Center as a service, which provides the broader contact center platform, including routing, omnichannel support, and CRM integration. And option D describes chatbot and virtual agent capabilities used for automating customer interactions. Therefore, the correct answer is option B, the ability to provide real-time assistance and recommended responses to live customer service agents during their interactions. That's exactly what Agent Assist was designed to do. Question 31. A data science team wants to experiment with various state-of-the-art foundation models, including Google's own models and popular open source options for a new sentiment analysis project. They need a centralized place within Google Cloud to easily discover, access, and deploy these pre-trained models without significant overhead. Which feature of the Vertex AI platform would best serve this purpose? You have four options on your screen. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option A, Model Garden. Let's understand why. Let's understand the requirements in this scenario first. The data science team wants to experiment with multiple foundation models, including Google's models and popular open source options. They need a single place where they can discover, evaluate, access, and deploy these models without a lot of setup or management effort. This is exactly what Vertex AI Model Garden provides. Model Garden acts as a centralized catalog of pre-trained models available within Vertex AI. It gives teams access to Google's foundation models as well as many open source models, making it easy to compare capabilities and select the best model for a particular use case. For a sentiment analysis project, this means the team can rapidly test different models, evaluate their accuracy and performance, and deploy the most appropriate one without having to train models from scratch. Now, looking at other options, option B, Vertex AI Feature Store, well, that is used to manage machine learning features and data, not foundation models. Option C, Vertex AI Pipelines, well, that helps automate machine learning workflows and processes. Option D, AutoML is designed to help users create custom models but does not serve as a catalog of pre-trained foundation models. Therefore, the correct answer is option A, Model Garden. It provides a centralized location for discovering, evaluating, and deploying a wide range of pre-trained AI models within Google Cloud. Next question. A startup is developing a generative AI application to create personalized children's stories. Due to the ethical considerations, there is a very limited accessibility of GPUs on their chosen deployment platform for their one-day generation, which could impact user experience. This constraint will primarily influence which aspect of their Gen AI solution. You have four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option D, the choice of foundation model and its size slash complexity. Let's understand why. See, this question is focusing on a practical challenge that many AI startups face: limited access to GPUs. Generative AI models require computational resources to generate content. The larger and more sophisticated the model, the more GPU power is typically needed. If a startup has limited GPU availability, it cannot simply choose the largest or most complex foundation model available. Instead, the team may need to select a smaller model, use model optimization techniques, or choose a model specifically designed for efficient inference. These decisions directly impact performance, response times, scalability, and overall user experience. In this scenario, the startup is creating personalized children's stories. If GPU resources are constrained, the company must carefully balance model quality with computational efficiency. Now let's look at other options. Option A, data storage format is largely independent of GPU availability. Option B, marketing strategy, well, that is a business consideration and not directly affected by infrastructure limitations. And option C, ethical guidelines, well, they remain important regardless of hardware constraints and are not determined by GPU availability. Therefore, the correct answer is option D, the choice of foundation model and its size or complexity. Compute limitations are one of the most important factors influencing model selection in generative AI deployments. Next question. A marketing team wants to use a generative AI model to create product descriptions for their new line of eco-friendly water bottles. They provide a brief prompt stating, write a product description for our new water bottle. The model generates a generic, lackluster description that is factually accurate but lacks engaging language and doesn't highlight the environmental benefits that are key to their brand. What should the marketing team do to overcome this limitation of the generated product description? Once again, four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option C. Add details to the prompt about the audience, tone, and keywords. Let's understand why. See, the problem in this scenario is not the model lacks knowledge or that it needs additional training. The real issue is that the prompt is too generic. The marketing team simply asked the model to write a product description for a new water bottle. As a result, the model generated a generic description because it was not given enough context about the product, the audience, or the company's brand values. This is where prompt engineering becomes important. Instead of using a simple prompt, the team should include details such as the target audience, the desired tone of voice, key product features, environmental benefits, and important keywords that they want highlighted. The more relevant context provided, the better the model can tailor its response. For example, the prompt could specify that the audience is environmentally conscious consumers, that the tone should be inspiring and eco friendly, and that sustainability and reusable materials should be emphasized. Now, let's take a look at other options. Option A, lowering temperature, well, that affects creativity and consistency but does not provide the missing business context. Option B, increasing token count, that only allows longer outputs and does not improve relevance. And option D, training the model would be unnecessary and far more complex than simply improving the prompt. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, add details to the prompt about the audience, tone, and keywords. Better prompts often lead to dramatically better results. Next question. A consulting firm is building a Gen AI assistant that must provide accurate, up to date responses using the firm's proprietary research reports and documentation. The goal is to reduce hallucinations by grounding responses in trusted enterprise content stored in a private database. Which approach should they use to best meet this requirement? Four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option C, RAG APIs. Let's understand why. See, the key requirement in this scenario is that the consulting firm's AI assistant must provide accurate and up to date answers based on proprietary research reports and internal documentation. The company also wants to reduce hallucinations, which means the model should generate responses based on trusted information rather than relying solely on what is learned during training. This is exactly what retrieval augmented generation or RAG is designed to do. With RAG, the system first searches the organization's private knowledge sources and retrieves the most relevant documents. Those documents are then supplied to the language model as context before it generates a response. Because the answer is grounded in actual enterprise content, the response is more accurate, more current, and less likely to contain fabricated information. Now let's take a look at other options. Option A, pre-training a foundation model from scratch. Well, that would be extremely costly and unnecessary for this use case. Option B, chain of thought prompting. Well, that improves reasoning but does not give the model access to proprietary company data. And option D, prompt tuning. Well, that can influence how the model responds but does not retrieve information from enterprise knowledge sources. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, RAG APIs. They allow the AI assistant to retrieve trusted information from private databases and generate responses that are accurate, relevant, and grounded in enterprise content. Next question. A company is using a language model to solve complex customer service inquiries. For a particular issue, the prompt includes the following instructions. To address this customer's problem, we should first identify the core issue they are experiencing. Then we need to check if there are any known solutions or workarounds in our knowledge base. If a solution exists, we should clearly explain it to the customer. If not, we might need to escalate the issue to a specialist. Following these steps will help us provide a comprehensive and helpful response. Now, given the customer's message, my order hasn't arrived and the tracking number shows no updates for a week, what should be the next step in resolving this? What type of prompting is this? Four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option B, chain of thought. Let's understand why. See, this question is testing your understanding of prompting techniques, especially chain of thought prompting. Notice what the prompt does before asking the model to respond. It doesn't simply ask for an answer, instead, it provides a structured reasoning process. The prompt instructs the model to first identify the customer's issue, then check for known solutions, determine whether the workaround exists, and finally decide whether escalation is necessary. These are intermediate reasoning steps that guide the model towards the final response. This is exactly what chain of thought prompting is all about. The model is encouraged to work through a problem logically and systematically rather than jumping directly to an answer. Now, looking at other options. Option A, few shot prompting, that would require examples showing how similar customer issues were resolved. Option C, role-based prompting, that would involve assigning a role such as customer service agent or support specialist. And option D is zero shot prompting. That would simply ask the question without providing examples or structured reasoning guidance. Because the prompt explicitly outlines the reasoning process that should be followed, the correct answer is option B, chain of thought prompting. This technique is especially useful for complex reasoning, troubleshooting, and multi step decision making tasks. If you have found this video series helpful, I have some great news for you. I have now compiled all 100 practice questions into a single professionally formatted PDF. Instead of watching multiple videos and taking notes, you will have every question in one place along with detailed explanations for every answer. It's designed to help you revise faster, understand the concepts more deeply, and prepare with confidence for the exam. Whether you are reviewing the night before your exam or practicing during your daily commute, having everything in one PDF makes your preparation much easier. This PDF includes all 140 questions, and all these 140 questions are exam style practice questions. There are detailed explanations for every answer. I have covered all major exam objectives, and it is a clean printable format that's easy to study from. If you'd like to support the channel and get your copy, you will find the purchase link in the description below. And Your support helps me continue creating the content like this for the community. If you have enjoyed this series, please take a moment to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others who are preparing for the certification. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all the very best in your exam. I hope to see you again in the next video. Next question. An organization wants to quickly experiment with different Gemini models and parameters for content creation without a complex setup. What service should the organization use for this initial exploration? Four options. Please go through them by following the video over here. And the correct answer is option C, Google AI Studio. Let's understand why. See, the key phrase in this question is quickly experiment with Gemini models and parameters without a complex setup. When organizations are in the early stages of exploring generative AI, they often want a simple environment where they can test prompts, compare model outputs, adjust parameters, and evaluate different approaches before investing in production deployments. Google AI Studio is specifically designed for this purpose. It provides a user-friendly interface where users can interact with Gemini models, experiment with prompts, test different configurations, and rapidly prototype generative AI solutions. Because it requires very little setup, teams can start exploring ideas almost immediately. Now, let's take a look at other options. Option A, Vertex AI Studio is a more enterprise-oriented environment that integrates with broader Google Cloud services and production workflows. Option B, Vertex AI prediction is focused on serving models in production environments rather than experimentation. And option D, Gemini for Google Workspace is designed to help users within applications such as Gmail, Docs, Sheets, and Meet, but not for testing model parameters. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, Google AI Studio. It provides the simplest and fastest way to experiment with Gemini models and content generation capabilities before moving to more advanced development and deployment environments. Next question. A company wants a generative AI platform that provides the infrastructure, tools, and pre-trained models needed to build, deploy, and manage its generative AI solutions. Which Google Cloud offering should the company use? Four options. Please go through them by following the video over here. And the correct answer is option D, Vertex AI. Let's understand why. See, this question is asking which Google Cloud offering provides everything needed to build, deploy, and manage generative AI solutions. The important clue is that the company wants not just models, but also the infra, tools, and management capabilities required throughout the AI lifecycle. That's exactly what Vertex AI provides. Vertex AI is Google's unified AI platform. It gives organizations access to foundation models, model customization tools, deployment services, monitoring capabilities, agent builder, model garden, and many other features required for enterprise AI development. Instead of using multiple disconnected services, teams can work with a single platform to build, test, deploy, and manage generative AI applications. Now, looking at other options, option A, BigQuery is primarily a data analytics and data warehousing platform. You all know that. Option B, Google Kubernetes Engine, we all know is used for containerized application deployment and orchestration. And option C, Google Cloud Storage, well, that provides data storage services but does not offer AI development capabilities. Therefore, the correct answer is option D, Vertex AI. It is Google's comprehensive platform for building, deploying, and managing generative AI and machine learning solutions from end to end. Next question. A generative AI model used for creating marketing images consistently produces images of people in professional roles, for example, doctors, engineers, that predominantly feature one gender, even when the prompts are gender neutral. This outcome, where the AI underrepresents other genders in these roles, is a direct implication of four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. The correct answer is option B, bias present in the model's training data. Let's understand why. See, this question is describing a common challenge in generative AI known as bias. The model is generating images of professionals such as doctors and engineers, but it consistently depicts one gender more frequently than others, even when the user provides a completely gender neutral prompt. Well, why does this happen? It's because generative AI models learn from the data they are trained on. If the training data contains historical imbalances or stereotypes, for example, showing engineers predominantly as men or certain professions predominantly as women, The model can learn those associations and reproduce them in its outputs. As a result, the generative images may not accurately reflect diversity and can unintentionally reinforce societal stereotypes. Now, looking at other options. Option A, poor model explainability relates to understanding how a model makes decisions, not to the source of bias. Option C, high data processing costs affects operational expenses but not fairness in generated content. And option D, insufficient context window size limits how much information the model can process at once but does not create gender-based bias. Therefore, the correct answer is option B, bias present in the model's training data. This is one of the most important responsible AI challenges that organizations must address when developing and deploying generative AI systems. Next question. A company's development team is eager to start building generative AI solutions with Google Cloud, but has limited experience in AI development. They need to launch their Gen AI solution quickly. What Google Cloud benefit would help the company achieve their goal? Four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option A, Google Cloud's pre-trained models and low and no-code AI tools and services. Let's understand why. See, the key requirements in question are that the development team has limited experience with AI and needs to launch a generative AI solution quickly. When speed and simplicity are important, organizations should look for tools that minimize the amount of custom AI development required. Google Cloud helps achieve this through pre-trained models and low-code or no-code AI services instead of building and training models from scratch. Teams can leverage existing foundation models and managed AI capabilities to rapidly develop applications. This dramatically reduces the learning curve and allows organizations to focus on solving business problems rather than dealing with the complexities of machine learning infrastructure and model development. Now, looking at other options, option B focuses on Google's ongoing investment in AI innovation. While important, it does not directly help inexperienced teams launch solutions quickly. Option C highlights training materials and tutorials. These resources are useful but require time for learning. Option D emphasizes community support and expert guidance, which can help developers but still requires significant effort from the team. Therefore, the correct answer is option A. Google Cloud's pre-trained models and low-code and no-code AI tools and services. These capabilities provide the fastest path from idea to deployment for organizations with limited AI development experience. Next question. An AI team has packaged a custom data processing model into a container image. They need to display this container as a serverless, scalable API endpoint that a generative AI agent can call as a tool. The service must scale down to zero when not in use to minimize costs. Which Google Cloud service should they use to deploy this containerized tool? Four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option A, Cloud Run. That was an easy one, but let's understand why. Let's focus on the key requirements in this question. A team has already packaged its custom data processing model into a container image. They want to expose that container as an API endpoint that a generative AI agent can call as a tool. They also want the service to be serverless and automatically scale down to zero when it's not being used. These requirements point directly to Cloud Run. Cloud Run is Google's fully managed serverless platform for running containerized applications. Developers simply provide a container image, and Cloud Run handles deployment, scaling, networking, and infrastructure management automatically. One of the biggest advantages of Cloud Run is scale to zero. If there are no incoming requests, the service can scale down completely, helping reduce costs. When requests arrive again, Cloud Run automatically starts instances to handle the workload. Now looking at other options, option B, Vertex AI Model Garden. Well, that is used to discover and access foundation models, not to deploy custom containerized APIs. Option C, Cloud Functions is serverless but is generally intended for function-based workloads rather than fully containerized services. And option D, Cloud Storage is an object storage service and cannot host APIs. Therefore, the correct answer is option A, Cloud Run. It provides the ideal combination of container support, serverless deployment, automatic scaling, and cost efficiency for AI agent tools. Question 41. A user asks a generative AI model about the scientific accuracy of a popular science fiction movie. The model confidently states that humans can indeed travel faster than light, referencing specific but entirely fictional theories and providing made up explanations of how this is achieved according to the movie's established science. The model presents this information as factual without indicating that it originates from a fictional work. What type of model limitation is this? Four options you have. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is an easy one. Option B, hallucination. Let's understand why. See, this question describes one of the most important limitations of generative AI models, hallucination. The model is asked about the scientific accuracy of a science fiction movie. Instead of clearly distinguishing between fictional concepts and real science, it confidently presents made up theories and fictional explanations as if they were factual. That's exactly what a hallucination is. A hallucination occurs when an AI model generates information that sounds believable but is actually false, fabricated, or unsupported by evidence. The model may present the information with high confidence, making it difficult for users to recognize that the content is incorrect. In this example, the model invents scientific explanations for faster than light travel and treats them as real science rather than fictional storytelling elements. Now let's review the other options. Option A, bias relates to unfair or skewed outcomes caused by patterns in training data. Option C, knowledge cutoff. Well, that refers to missing information about events that occurred after the model was trained. And option D, data dependency, refers to how model performance depends on the quality and quantity of training data. None of these directly describe the creation of fictional information presented as a fact. Therefore, the correct answer is option B, hallucination. The model is generating fabricated information, presenting it as factual, which is a classic type of AI hallucination. Next question. The developer is looking for a unified platform on Google Cloud where they can manage the entire life cycle of their machine learning project from data preparation and model training to deployment and monitoring, all with custom models and generative AI solutions. Which single Google Cloud offering serves as this comprehensive end-to-end ML platform? Four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. The correct answer is option C, Vertex AI platform. Let's understand why. See, the key phrase in this question is manage the entire life cycle of machine learning projects. The developer needs a platform that supports everything from data preparation and model training to deployment, monitoring, and ongoing management. They also want support for both traditional machine learning models and generative AI solutions. Vertex AI platform was specifically designed to provide this end-to-end capability. Within Vertex AI, teams can prepare data, train custom models, access foundation models, perform model tuning, deploy models into production, monitor performance, and implement ML ops practices. It brings all these capabilities together into a unified environment. This reduces complexity and allows organizations to manage the complete machine learning lifecycle without having to piece together multiple disconnected services. Now let's take a look at other options. Option A, BigQuery is primarily a data analytics platform, although it does provide some machine learning capabilities through BigQuery ML. Option B, Cloud Functions, is a serverless execution service and is not a machine learning platform. And option D, Google AI Studio is excellent for experimenting with Gemini models and prompt design, but is not intended for a full lifecycle ML management. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, Vertex AI platform. It is Google Cloud's comprehensive end-to-end platform for building, deploying, and managing machine learning and generative AI solutions. Next question. A company is building a generative AI agent that needs to understand spoken customer inquiries, process the request, and then respond verbally. The agent will also need to analyze the sentiment of the customer's spoken words to tailor its response style. Which combination of Google Cloud AI APIs would be most essential for this agent's core functionalities? Once again, four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option D, speech to text API, natural language API, and text to speech API. Let's understand why. Let's break down the requirements step by step. The AI agent must first understand spoken customer inquiries. To accomplish that, it needs speech to text API, which converts spoken language into text that the AI system can process. Next, the company wants the agent to analyze the customer's sentiment so that the responses can be tailored appropriately. This is where the natural language API comes in. It can analyze text, determine sentiment, identify intent, and help the system better understand the customer's emotional state. Finally, the agent needs to respond verbally. For that capability, text to speech API converts the generative response from the text back into natural sounding speech. Together, these three services provide the complete voice interaction workflow, that is, speech input, language understanding and sentiment analysis, and spoken output. Now, let's review the other options. Option A focuses on translation and document processing, which are not the primary requirements here. Option B includes search and serverless compute services but lacks speech and sentiment capabilities. And option C focuses on image and video analysis rather than spoken conversations. Therefore, the correct answer is option D, speech to text API, natural language API, and text to speech API. Together, they provide the essential building blocks for a sentiment aware voice based AI agent. Next question. A software developer needs a highly efficient open source large language model that can be fine tuned on a local machine for rapid prototyping of a chatbot application. They require a model that offers strong performance in natural language understanding and generation while being lightweight enough to run on limited hardware. Which Google developed family of models should they use? Four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option A, Gemma. Let's understand why. Let's focus on the requirements in this question. The developer wants an open source or open weight large language model that can be fine tuned locally, supports rapid prototyping, delivers strong language capabilities, and runs efficiently on limited hardware. These requirements point directly to Gemma. Gemma is Google's family of lightweight open models designed specifically for developers and researchers. They provide excellent natural language understanding and generation capabilities while being small enough to run on a variety of hardware configurations, including local machines. Because Gemma models are designed for accessibility and customization, they are ideal for chatbot prototyping, experimentation, and fine tuning without requiring massive cloud infrastructure. Now let's take a look at other options. Option B, Imagen, is Google's image generation model family and is used for creating images rather than conversational AI. Option C, Gemini, is Google's flagship multi-modal model family. While extremely capable, it is not the lightweight open model family described in the question. And option D, VO, is designed for video generation and video creation tasks. Therefore, the correct answer is option A, Gemma. It provides the combination of strong language performance, open accessibility, local fine-tuning support, and efficient operation that makes it ideal for rapid chatbot development on limited hardware. Next question. An order fulfillment team has an agent that automatically processes orders, updates inventory, sends shipping notifications, and handles returns. What type of agent is this? Four options. Please go through them by watching the video over here. And the correct answer is option D, a workflow agent. Let's understand why. See, to answer this question, let's take a look at what the agent is actually doing. The agent automatically processes orders, updates inventory, sends shipping notifications, and handles returns. These are all operational business tasks that occur as part of the order fulfillment process. The key characteristic here is that the agent is coordinating and executing a sequence of interconnected business activities. This is exactly what a workflow agent is designed to do. Workflow agents automate processes that would otherwise require multiple manual steps or interactions between different systems. They help organizations improve efficiency, reduce errors, and ensure that tasks are completed consistently. Now, looking at other options, option A, a conversational agent, well, that focuses on interacting with users through chat or voice conversations. Option B, a customer service agent, is designed to answer customer questions and resolve support issues. Option C, an employee productivity agent, helps employees with tasks such as content creation, scheduling, or information retrieval. Because this agent is automating a complete business process involving order management, inventory updates, shipping notifications, and returns, it is best classified as a workflow agent. Next question. A large e-commerce company uses two separate AI models, one for recommending products and another for detecting fraudulent transactions. Both models use a feature called customer purchase frequency. To ensure consistency and prevent training serving skew, they need a centralized system to store, manage, and serve this feature to both models in the same way. Which Vertex AI tool is designed for this purpose? Four options. Please go through them. And the correct answer is option B, Vertex AI Feature Store. Let's understand why. See, the key requirement in this scenario is that the two different AI models are using the same feature called customer purchase frequency. The company wants a centralized system that stores, manages, and serves this feature consistently to both models. They also want to avoid training serving skew, which occurs when the data used during training differs from the data used during production inference. This is exactly the problem that Vertex AI Feature Store was designed to solve. Feature Store acts as a centralized repository for machine learning features. It allows organizations to define features once and then reuse them across multiple models and applications. This ensures consistency, improves governance, and reduces duplicated feature engineering work. For example, both the recommendation model and the fraud detection model can retrieve the same customer purchase frequency feature from the feature store, ensuring that each model receives identical and up to date values. Now, looking at other options, option A, model registry manages model versions rather than feature data. Option C, model monitoring helps track model performance after deployment. Option D, Vertex AI pipelines that automates machine learning workflows but is not a centralized feature repository. Therefore, the correct answer is option B, Vertex AI Feature Store. It provides a single source of truth for machine learning features and helps ensure consistency across models and environments. Next question. A company collects customer feedback through open-ended survey questions where customers can write detailed responses in their own words, such as the product was easy to use and the customer support was excellent, but the delivery took longer than expected. What type of data is this? Four options. Please go through them. The correct answer is option D, unstructured data. Let's understand why. See, the key clue in this question is that the customers are providing open-ended responses in their own words. For example, a customer writes the product was easy to use and the customer support was excellent, or the delivery took longer than expected. This type of information does not fit neatly into rows and columns or predefined database fields. Instead, it consists of free-form text that can vary significantly from one customer to another. That is why it is considered unstructured data. Unstructured data includes content such as emails, reviews, survey comments, social media posts, documents, images, videos, and audio recordings. Because it lacks a predefined structure, organizations often use natural language processing and generative AI tools to analyze it and extract useful insights. Now, let's take a look at other options. Option A, structured data. Well, that refers to information stored in predefined formats such as database tables. Option B, quantitative data. That consists of numerical values and measurements. Option C, label data. That includes information that has already been categorized or tagged for machine learning purposes. Since the customer feedback consists of free form written text without a predefined structure, the correct answer is option D, unstructured data. This is one of the most common types of data analyzed using modern AI and natural language processing techniques. Next question. A company wants to use generative AI to create a chatbot that can answer customer questions about their products and services. They need to ensure that the chatbot only uses information from the company's official documentation. What should the company do? Four options. Please go through them. And the correct answer is option C, use grounding. Let's understand why. See, the company wants its chatbot to answer customer questions, but there is an important requirement. The chatbot must use only information from the company's official documentation. This is exactly the purpose of grounding. Grounding connects a generative AI model to trusted information sources such as company manuals, product documentation, knowledge bases, and internal repositories. When a customer asks a question, the chatbot retrieves relevant information from these approved sources and uses that information to generate its response. This approach helps ensure accuracy and consistency while significantly reducing the risk of hallucinations or fabricated answers. Now let's take a look at other options. Option A, role prompting. Well, that helps define the model's persona, such as acting as a customer support agent, but it does not control where information comes from. Option B, prompt chaining. Well, that is used for multi-step reasoning and maintaining context across prompts. Option D, adjusting the temperature parameter. Well, that affects the creativity and the variability of responses, but does not restrict answers to official documentation. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, use grounding. Grounding ensures that responses are based on trusted company information and helps deliver accurate, reliable customer support. Next question. A generative AI model trained to write marketing copy produces outputs that are often generic and don't align with the company's unique brand voice. The training data consisted of a vast collection of public internet text, but the company's own marketing materials, which clearly define its brand voice, were not included. Which data quality characteristic is primarily lacking in the training set with respect to the desired outcome? Four options, please go through them. And the correct answer is option D, relevance. Let's understand why. See, the key issue in this scenario is that the model generates marketing copy that is generic and does not reflect the company's unique brand voice. Why did that happen? Although the model was trained on a large amount of public internet content, it was not trained on the company's own marketing materials. Those materials contain the specific language, tone, messaging, and style that define the brand. This means the training data lacks relevance to the desired outcome. In machine learning and generative AI, relevant data is often more valuable than simply having a large volume of data. If the goal is to produce content that matches a company's brand voice, the training data should include examples of that brand voice. Now, looking at other options, option A, completeness, refers to whether all required data is present. But the primary problem here is that the available data is not closely related to the desired output. Option B, consistency, well, that relates to uniformity in the data and is not the issue described over here. Option C, format, well, that concerns how data is structured, which is also not the problem. Therefore, the correct answer is option D, relevance. The model lacks access to the training data that is directly relevant to the company's unique brand voice, resulting in generic marketing content. Next question. A financial institution uses generative AI to approve and reject loan applications, but gives no reasons for rejection. Customers are starting to file complaints. The company needs to implement a solution to reduce the complaints. What should the company do? Once again, you have four options on your screen. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. The correct answer is option C, implement explainable Gen AI policies. Let's understand why. See, the key issue in this question is not whether the AI is making correct decisions. The problem here is that the customers are receiving loan rejection without any explanation. When people are denied a loan, they naturally want to understand why. If an AI system simply approves or rejects applications without providing reasons, customers may view the process as unfair, confusing, or untrustworthy. This is where explainable AI becomes important. Explainable AI focuses on making AI driven decisions understandable to humans. It helps organizations communicate the factors that influence their decision and provides transparency into the decision making process. In financial services, explainability is especially important because lending decisions often have significant impact on customers' lives and may be subject to regulatory requirements. Now, let's take a look at other options. Option A, fine tuning the model. Well, that may improve performance but does not explain decisions. Option B, collecting more data may improve accuracy but does not address transparency. And option D, fairness assessments, well, that can help identify bias but do not directly solve the issue of customers receiving no explanation for loan rejections. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, implement explainable Gen AI policies. Providing clear and understandable reasons for AI driven decisions helps build trust, improve customer satisfaction, and reduce complaints. Question 51. A human resources team is implementing a new generative AI application to assist the department in screening a large volume of job applications. They want to ensure fairness and build trust with potential candidates. What should the team prioritize? You have four options on your screen. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option C, ensuring AI operates transparently, especially regarding application evaluation and data usage. Let's understand why. See, this question focuses on the responsible use of AI in human resources and hiring. The HR wants to use generative AI to help screen a large number of job applications, but they also want to ensure fairness and build trust with candidates. When AI is involved in evaluating people, transparency becomes extremely important. Candidates should understand how their information is being used and what role AI plays in the screening process. Organizations should also be able to explain how recommendations are generated and ensure that decisions can be reviewed when necessary. Transparent AI practices help build trust, improve accountability, and reduce concerns about hidden biases or unfair treatment. Now, let's take a look at other options. Option A focuses on expanding candidate reach through job board integrations. While useful, it does not directly address fairness or trust. Option B emphasizes efficiency and faster processing, but speed alone does not ensure responsible AI usage. And option D suggests fully automated candidate ranking without human review. Well, in hiring scenarios, maintaining human oversight is generally considered an important responsible AI practice. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, ensuring AI operates transparently, especially regarding application evaluation and data usage. Transparency is a key foundation for fairness, trust, and responsible AI adoption in recruitment processes. Next question. A telecom company wants to reduce wait times and improve 24/7 customer support. They need a solution that can interact with customers in natural language, answer account related questions, and escalate complex issues to human agents when necessary. Which Gen AI solution best supports this goal? Four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option C, conversational agents. Let's understand why. Let's look at the requirements in this scenario. A telecom company wants to reduce customer wait times, provide support around the clock, answer account related questions, and escalate complex issues to human agents when needed. These requirements align perfectly with conversational agents. Conversational agents use natural language processing and generative AI to interact with customers in a human like way. They can handle common support requests, answer questions, provide account information, guide customers through processes, and maintain conversations across multiple channels. One of the key advantages is the ability to transfer more complex issues to human agents when automation is no longer sufficient. This creates a smooth customer experience while reducing the workload on support teams. Now let's take a look at other options. Option A, Vertex AI search. Well, that helps users find information but is not designed as a full customer service solution. Option B, Translation API, that focuses only on language translation. And option D, Gemini for Google Workspace, well, that enhances employee productivity within workspace applications and is not intended for customer support automation. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, conversational agents. They provide intelligent natural language interactions and help organizations deliver efficient, scalable, and always available customer support. Next question. A logistics company wants to automate customer support for complex shipment inquiries that require pulling data from several internal systems, applying business rules, and responding in a specific brand tone. The team considered using a general purpose chatbot, but found it lacked the needed flexibility. What is the most appropriate approach to meet their requirements? Once again, you have four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option B. Use a customizable agent building tool to design a task specific assistant integrated with company systems. Let's understand why. See, the key challenge in this question is complexity. The logistics company needs an AI solution that can pull information from multiple internal systems, apply company specific business rules, answer shipment questions accurately and maintain a consistent brand voice. A simple chatbot is not enough because it typically focuses on conversation rather than business process execution. This is where a customizable AI agent becomes the best solution. By using an agent building platform, the company can create a task specific assistant that integrates directly with shipment databases, order management systems, tracking applications, and other enterprise tools. The agent can retrieve information, follow business logic, execute workflows, and generate responses that align with company standards. Now, let's take a look at other options. Option A uses a general purpose chatbot, which lacks the specialized integrations required. Option C, multimodal search. Well, that helps retrieve information but does not automate business processes. And option D, fine tuning a model. Well, that can improve logistics knowledge but does not provide the workflow orchestration and system connectivity needed. Therefore, the correct answer is option B. Use a customizable agent building tool to design a task specific assistant integrated with company systems. This approach provides the flexibility, automation, and enterprise integration required for complex shipment support. Next question. A highly regulated financial institution wants to use Gemini as the core decision engine for a loan approval system that will deterministically approve or reject loan applications based on a strict set of predefined criteria. Why is this an inappropriate use case for Gemini? Four options. Please go through them pausing the video over here. The correct answer is option B. Gemini is designed for flexible content generation and inference, not rigid rule-based decisions. Let's understand why. See, the key phrase in this question is deterministically approve or reject loan applications based on a strict set of predefined criteria. That type of requirement is very different from what generative AI models like Gemini are designed to do. Gemini excels at understanding language, generating content, answering questions, summarizing information, and providing intelligent assistance. However, it is fundamentally a probabilistic model. It generates responses based on patterns and inference rather than executing fixed business rules with guaranteed consistency. In highly regulated industries such as banking and financial services, loan approval decisions often require strict compliance, complete auditability, predictable outcomes, and transparent decision logic. These requirements are typically met using rule based systems and specialized decision engines. Gemini can certainly assist analysts, summarize applications, identify potential risks, or support decision making. However, it should not serve as the final deterministic authority for approving or rejecting loans. Now, let's take a look at other options. Option A focuses on cost and complexity, which are not the primary concern. Option C is incorrect because Gemini can work with numerical and structured data. And option D is incorrect because Gemini can integrate with enterprise databases and systems. Therefore, the correct answer is option B. Gemini is designed for flexible content generation and inference, not rigid rule-based decisions. This makes it unsuitable as the sole decision engine for regulated loan approval workflows. Next question. A research company needs to analyze several lengthy PDF documents containing financial reports and identify key performance indicators and their trends over the past year. They want a Google Cloud pre-built generative AI tool that can process these documents and provide summarized insights directly from the source material with citations. What should the analyst do? Once again, you have four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. The correct answer is option A. Use Notebook LM to upload and analyze the documents. Let's understand why. See, the key requirements in this question are the ability to analyze several lengthy PDF documents, identify key performance indicators, summarize findings, track trends, and provide citations back to the source material. These requirements align perfectly with Notebook LM. Notebook LM is designed to work directly with documents that users upload. It can process PDFs, reports, research papers, and other source materials, then generate summaries, answer questions, and provide insights that are grounded in the uploaded content. One of its most valuable features is a source citation. When Notebook LM generates an answer, it can point back to the specific sections of the original documents that support its conclusions. This is particularly important for financial analysis and research workflows where accuracy and traceability matter. Now let's take a look at other options. Option B, creating a custom gem. Well, that can help customize behavior, but is not the best tool for document grounded analysis with citations. Option C requires manually copying and pasting content, which becomes inefficient when dealing with large reports. And option D focuses on general purpose questioning and does not provide the same document centric analysis capabilities. Therefore, the correct answer is option A. Use Notebook LM to upload and analyze the documents. It is specifically built for extracting insights from source materials while maintaining references and citations. Next question. A technology company is setting up a new data pipeline. Their current activity involves gathering raw sensor data from IoT devices and streaming it directly into a cloud storage solution, ensuring that all data points are captured before any cleaning or transformation processes begin. Which stage of the machine learning lifecycle does this activity primarily belong to? Four options, please go through them. And the correct answer is option B, data ingestion. Let's understand why. See, to answer this question, it is important to understand the stages of the machine learning lifecycle. The company is collecting raw sensor data from IoT devices and streaming it directly into cloud storage. The goal is to capture all incoming data before performing any cleaning, transformation, or processing. This stage is known as data ingestion. Data ingestion is the first step in many machine learning and analytics workflows. It focuses on bringing data into a central storage or processing environment from various sources such as sensors, applications, databases, websites, or streaming systems. Only after the data has been ingested do organizations move on to preparation tasks such as cleaning, filtering, transforming, and validating the data. Now, let's take a look at other options. Option A, model training. Well, that occurs much later in the life cycle after data has already been prepared. Option C, data preparation, includes activities such as cleansing and transforming data, which the question explicitly says have not started yet. And option D, model deployment, well, that happens after a machine learning model has been developed and is ready for production use. Therefore, the correct answer is option B, data ingestion. The company is focused on collecting and storing raw data before any processing takes place, which is the defining characteristics of the data ingestion stage. Next question. A software development company wants to integrate an advanced AI model into its IDE, integrated development environment, to assist developers with real-time code completion, explaining complex code blocks, and generating unit tests. They need a model that is highly capable, supports multimodal understanding as developers might reference diagrams or UI mockups alongside code, and can handle sophisticated reasoning. Which Google Foundation model would be most suitable for this advanced multimodal assistance? Four options, please go through them. The correct answer is option D, Gemini. Let's understand why. Let's look at the requirements carefully. The company wants an AI model that can help developers with code completion, explains complex code, generate unit tests, and even understand diagrams or UI mockups alongside source code. These requirements demand both advanced coding capabilities and multimodal understanding. Gemini is Google's most advanced family of multimodal foundation models. It can understand and generate code, explain programming concepts, perform sophisticated reasoning, and process multiple forms of input, including text, images, diagrams, and visual content. This makes Gemini particularly valuable in software development environments where developers often work with architecture diagrams, interface mockups, documentation, and source code simultaneously. Now let's review other options. Option A, Gemma is designed to be lightweight and efficient, making it excellent for experimentation and local deployment, but it is not the strongest choice for advanced multimodal coding assistance. Option D, Images, is not an appropriate foundation model for this use case. And option C, Vex, is not the correct Google model for multimodal software development support. Therefore, the correct answer is option D, Gemini. Its combination of advanced reasoning, code intelligence, and multimodal understanding makes it the ideal foundation model for AI-powered developer assistance within an IDE. Next question. What are core hardware components of the infrastructure layer in the generative AI landscape? Four options, please go through them. And the correct answer is option B, TPUs and GPUs. See, to understand this question, it's helpful to think about the different layers of the generative AI landscape. At the foundation is the infra layer. This layer provides the raw computing power needed to train and run AI models. The most important hardware components in this layer are GPUs and TPUs. GPUs or graphics processing units are highly effective at performing the parallel computations required for machine learning workloads. TPUs or tensor processing units are specialized processors developed by Google specifically for AI and machine learning tasks. They are optimized to accelerate training and inference for large scale models. Without this infra, modern generative AI systems would not be able to process the enormous amounts of data and computation required. Now, let's take a look at other options. Option A, user interfaces belong to the application layer where users interact with AI systems. Option C, tools and services for building AI models are part of the platform layer. Option D, pre-trained models belong to the model layer. Therefore, the correct answer is option B, TPUs and GPUs. These are the core hardware components that power the infra layer of the generative AI ecosystem. Next question. A software development team wants to use generative AI to code faster so they can launch their software prototype quicker. What should the team do? Four options. Please go through them by watching the video over here. The correct answer is option D. Use Gen AI to suggest code snippets and complete functions. Let's understand why. See, the goal in this scenario is very clear. The development team wants to code faster so they can launch a software prototype as quickly as possible. Generative AI can help in many areas of software development, but the most direct way to increase coding speed is through AI assisted code generation. Modern coding assistants can suggest code snippets, generate boilerplate code, complete functions, and even create entire sections of application logic based on natural language instructions. This reduces the amount of manual coding developers need to perform and help accelerate development significantly. For rapid prototyping, speed is often more important than extensive optimization or documentation. That's why code generation provides the greatest immediate benefit. Now, let's take a look at other options. Option A, refactoring and optimization is valuable for improving existing code, but usually occurs later in the development process. Option B, document generation, well, that saves time but does not directly help build the prototype faster. And option C, bug and security detection, well, that improves software quality, but it is not the primary driver of development speed. Therefore, the correct answer is option D. Use Gen AI to suggest code snippets and complete functions. This is one of the fastest and most effective ways to accelerate software development and shorten time to market. Next question. A global news company is using a large language model to automatically generate summaries of news articles for their website. The model's summary of an international summit was accurate until it hallucinated by stating a detail that did not occur. How should the company overcome this hallucination? Four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option B. Use grounding to base the model output on the source articles. Let's understand why. See, the company has a large language model that generates summaries of news articles. Most of the summary was accurate, but the model included a detail that never actually occurred. This is classic example of a hallucination. Hallucinations happen when a model generates information that sounds plausible but is not supported by the underlying facts. In journalism and news reporting, even small inaccuracies can damage credibility and trust. The best way to reduce this risk is through grounding. Grounding connects the model directly to the source material and encourages it to generate responses based only on the information contained in those documents. When the model summarizes an article, it relies on the actual content rather than filling in gaps with assumptions or invented details. Now let's take a look at other options. Option A, fine tuning on more news articles. Well, that may improve general performance but does not directly prevent hallucinations in a specific summary. Option C, stricter safety settings. Well, that focuses on harmful content rather than factual accuracy. And option D, increasing temperature. Well, That would make outputs more creative and potentially increase the likelihood of hallucinations. Therefore, the correct answer is option B. Use grounding to base the model output on the source articles. Grounding helps ensure that generated summaries remain accurate, trustworthy, and supported by the original reporting. Next question. A social media platform uses a generative AI model to automatically generate summaries of user submitted posts to provide quick overviews for other users. While the summaries are generally accurate for factual posts, the model occasionally misinterprets sarcasm, satire, or nuanced opinions, leading to summaries that misrepresent the original intent and potentially cause misunderstandings or offense among users. What should the platform do to overcome this limitation of the AI generated summaries? You have four options on your screen. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. The correct answer is option C. Incorporate a human in the loop review process to refine the summaries. Let's understand why. See, this scenario highlights a common limitation of generative AI models. The model is generating summaries of social media posts, but it sometimes misunderstands sarcasm, satire, humor, and nuanced opinions. As a result, the summaries may misrepresent what the original author intended to communicate. These types of language are difficult for AI because the true meaning often depends on context, tone, cultural preferences, or implied intent rather than the literal words being used. One of the best ways to address this challenge is through a human in the loop or HITL process. With HITL, human reviewers can examine AI generated summaries, identify potential misunderstandings, and make corrections before the summaries are published. This adds an extra layer of quality control and helps ensure that sensitive or nuanced content is represented accurately. Now, let's take a look at other options. Option A, increasing temperature would make outputs more variable and could actually increase errors. Option B, stricter safety settings. Well, that focuses on harmful content rather than nuanced interpretation. And option D, reducing summary length. Well, that does not solve the problem of misunderstanding intent. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, incorporate a human in the loop review process to refine the summaries. Human oversight is often the most effective way to handle complex language nuances that AI may not fully understand. Next question. A healthcare provider is implementing a generative AI model to assist doctors with summarizing patient records. Protecting patient data confidentiality is paramount. At which stage of the ML lifecycle is it most critical to implement robust data de-identification and access control measures to safeguard this sensitive information? You have four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option D, throughout the entire ML lifecycle, starting from data ingestion and preparation. Let's understand why. See, the key phrase in this question is patient data confidentiality. Healthcare data is among the most sensitive types of information organizations manage. Because of this, security and privacy protections cannot be limited to a single stage of the machine learning lifecycle. Protection must begin as soon as data is collected. During data ingestion, organizations should implement access controls, encryption, and privacy safeguards. During data preparation, sensitive information should be de-identified or anonymized where appropriate. And during training, access should be restricted to authorized personnel. During deployment and monitoring, organizations should continue enforcing security policies and monitoring for potential risks. This lifecycle wide approach helps reduce the chances of data breaches, supports regulatory compliance, and protects patient privacy. Now let's take a look at other options. Option A focuses only on deployment, which is far too late in the process. Option B emphasizes monitoring, which is important but not sufficient on its own. Option C focuses only on training, leaving other stages vulnerable. Therefore, the correct answer is option D. Throughout the entire ML lifecycle, starting from data ingestion and preparation, sensitive healthcare information should be protected continuously from the moment it enters the system until the end of its lifecycle. Next question. A financial services company receives a high volume of loan applications daily submitted as scanned documents and PDFs with varying layouts. The manual process of extracting key information is time consuming and prone to errors. This causes delays in loan processing and impacts customer satisfaction. The company wants to automate the extraction of this critical data to improve efficiency and accuracy. Which Google Cloud tool should they use? Four options on your screen. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option A, Document AI API. Let's understand why. If the company receives loan applications in the form of scanned documents and PDFs with different layouts and formats, the challenge is extracting important information automatically so that loan applications can be processed more quickly and accurately. This is exactly the type of problem that Document AI was created to solve. Document AI combines advanced OCR technology with machine learning to understand the structure and content of documents. It can identify key fields, extract information from forms, process tables, and handle documents even when layouts vary significantly. For a financial institution processing large volumes of loan applications, this automation reduces manual effort, minimizes data entry errors, and speeds up the overall approval process. Now let's take a look at other options. Option B, natural language API is used to analyze text but is not designed to extract structured information from scanned documents. Option C, Vision AI can analyze images and detect text, but it lacks the specialized document processing capabilities of Document AI. And option D, Dataflow is a data processing service that helps move and transform data but does not perform document understanding. Therefore, the correct answer is option A, Document AI API. It is purpose-built for extracting and processing information from business documents such as loan applications, making it the best solution for this use case. Next question. A company is developing a generative AI application to analyze customer feedback collected through online surveys. Stakeholders are concerned about potential privacy risks associated with this data, as the feedback contains personally identifiable information. They need to mitigate these risks before using the data to train the AI model. What action should the company prioritize? Four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. The correct answer is option D, applying data anonymization techniques to remove or obscure sensitive data. Let's understand why. See, the key issue in this scenario is privacy. The company wants to use customer feedback to train a generative AI model, but the feedback contains personally identifiable information, often called PII. Examples of PII include names, email addresses, phone numbers, account details, and other information that could identify an individual. Before the data is used for training, the company should prioritize data anonymization. Data anonymization removes or obscures sensitive information so that individuals cannot easily be identified. This helps protect customer privacy, supports regulatory compliance, and reduces the risk of exposing personal information through the AI system. Now let's take a look at other options. Option A focuses on collecting quantitative data in the future, but it does not solve the problem with the existing dataset. Option B, access controls are an important security measure, but sensitive data would still remain within the dataset. And option C, using a larger and more diverse dataset may improve model quality, but does not address privacy risks. Therefore, the correct answer is option D, applying data anonymization techniques to remove or obscure sensitive data. This is the most direct and effective way to reduce privacy risks before training a generative AI model. Next question. A company is exploring Google Agent Space to improve how its employees search for information on their enterprise systems and automate certain tasks. What is the key business advantage of using Agent Space? Four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option C, improve productivity and data interaction using AI assistants and advanced document analysis. Let's understand why. See, the company wants to improve how employees search for information across enterprise systems and automate certain tasks. These requirements align directly with the purpose of Google Agent Space. Agent Space helps employees interact with organizational knowledge through AI-powered assistance, intelligent search capabilities, and advanced document analysis. Instead of spending time manually searching across multiple systems, employees can quickly find relevant information and receive AI-generated assistance based on enterprise data. This improves productivity by reducing the time spent locating documents, gathering information, and performing repetitive tasks. It also helps employees make better decisions because the information they need becomes easier to access and understand. Let's review other options. Option A focuses on real-time communication and collaboration, which is not the primary purpose of agent space. Option B emphasizes access controls and permissions, which are important but not the main business benefit. And option D highlights interoperability with legacy systems, which may be helpful but is not the core value proposition. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, improved productivity and data interaction using AI assistants and advanced document analysis. This is the primary advantage that Google Agent Space brings to organizations looking to improve knowledge access and employee efficiency. Next question. A global logistics company plans to deploy a generative AI solution to optimize its supply chain operations. The solution will need to handle massive, fluctuating volumes of data and requests from around the world, requiring consistent uptime and performance. Which characteristic of Google Cloud's enterprise-ready AI platform is most critical for meeting these demands? Four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. The correct answer is option C, its scalability and reliability. Let's understand why. Let's focus on the key requirements in this scenario. The logistic company needs a generative AI solution that can process massive amounts of data, support fluctuating workloads, serve users around the world, and maintain consistent uptime and performance. These requirements point directly to scalability and reliability. Scalability means the platform can automatically handle increasing volumes of data, users, and requests without degrading performance. Reliability means the system remains available and operational even during peak demand, hardware failures, or unexpected traffic spikes. For a global logistics company, these characteristics are critical. Supply chain operations often run continuously and depend on real-time information. Any downtime or performance issues could affect deliveries, inventory management, and customer satisfaction. Now let's look at other options. Option A, low-code development tools can simplify application creation but do not guarantee operational performance at scale. Option B, responsible AI principles are important for governance and ethical AI use, but are not the primary requirement here. And option D, access to open source models, well, that provides flexibility but does not address global scale and availability needs. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, its scalability and reliability. These are the most important characteristics for supporting large-scale mission-critical generative AI workloads across a global organization. Next question. A retail company is building a Gen AI agent to help customers track orders. When a user asks, "Where is my package?" the agent needs to trigger backend logic that queries the shipping provider's API and returns the status in real time. Which Google Cloud service is best suited to perform this type of lightweight, event-driven function within the agent workflow? Four options, please go through them. The correct answer is option D, Cloud Functions. Let's understand why. Let's look at what happens when a customer asks, "Where is my package?" The AI agent needs more than just conversational capabilities. It must actually perform an action by contacting the shipping provider's system, retrieving the latest tracking information, and returning the result to the user. This type of task requires back-end business logic, and cloud functions are specifically designed for these scenarios. It is a serverless, event-driven service that runs code in response to requests or events. The function can receive the order information, call the shipping provider's API, process the response, and send the shipment status back to the AI agent. Because Cloud Functions automatically scales and only runs when invoked, it is a cost-effective and efficient solution for lightweight integrations within agent workflows. Now let's take a look at other options. Option A, prompt engineering helps improve AI responses but cannot execute external API calls. Option B, cloud storage stores files and data but does not perform backend processing. Option C, Vertex AI search is designed for search and retrieval rather than workflow execution. Therefore, the correct answer is option D, cloud functions. It provides the lightweight, event-driven backend logic needed to connect AI agents with external systems and real-time business data. Next question. A company wants to use an AI agent to automate some tasks. They want everyone to understand the different functions of an AI agent. What is the function of an AI agent in the context of Gen AI? You have four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option D, to analyze situations, use multiple tools, and make informed decisions without requiring constant human input. Let's understand why. See, an AI agent is much more than a simple chatbot or user interface. In the context of generative AI, an agent is designed to understand goals, reason about problems, make decisions, and take actions to achieve specific outcomes. It can analyze situations, determine what information is needed, use available tools, and perform multiple steps without requiring detailed instructions from a human at every stage. For example, an AI agent helping with customer support might retrieve account information, check order status, access knowledge bases, and generate a response, all as part of a single workflow. This ability to combine reasoning, tool usage, and autonomous decision making is what distinguishes AI agents from traditional AI applications. Now, let's take a look at other options. Option A refers to infrastructure resources such as GPUs and TPUs that power AI systems. Option B refers to databases and storage platforms used to manage data. And option C describes the user interface that allows people to interact with AI systems. None of these represent the actual role of an AI agent. Therefore, the correct answer is option D, to analyze situations, use multiple tools, and make informed decisions without requiring constant human input. This capability is what makes AI agents so powerful for automation and complex business workflows. Next question. A company wants to use generative AI to create a chatbot that can answer customer questions about their products and services. They need to ensure that the chatbot only uses information from the company's official documentation. What should the company do? It's a simple one, but there are four options. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option C, use grounding. Let's understand why. See, the company wants to build a customer support chatbot. But there is an important requirement. The chatbot must answer questions using only information from the company's official documentation. This is exactly where grounding comes in. Grounding connects a generative AI model to trusted sources of information such as product guides, internal knowledge bases, support articles, and official documentation. When a customer asks a question, the chatbot retrieves relevant information from these approved sources and uses it to generate its response. This helps improve accuracy and significantly reduces the risk of hallucinations where the model might otherwise generate information that is incorrect or unsupported. Now, let's take a look at other options. Option A, role prompting simply tells the model how to behave, such as acting like a customer service representative. Option B, adjusting temperature changes the creativity and variability of responses but does not control the information source. And option D, prompt chaining is useful for multi-step reasoning and workflows but does not ensure answers come from official documents. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, use grounding. Grounding ensures that the chatbot's responses are based on trusted company information, making them more accurate, reliable, and consistent. Next question. A company wants to adopt generative AI and is concerned about vendor lock-in. They want to maintain flexibility in their technology stack. What Google Cloud strength would ease their concerns? You have four options on your screen. Please go through them by pausing the video over here. And the correct answer is option C. Google Cloud's AI solutions have an open approach that supports customer choice across offerings. Let's understand why. See, a common concern when adopting new technologies is vendor lock-in. Organizations want to avoid becoming dependent on a single vendor in ways that can make future changes difficult, expensive, or risky. Google Cloud addresses this concern through an open approach to AI. Rather than forcing customers into proprietary ecosystems, Google Cloud supports open standards, open source technologies, customer choice, and interoperability. Organizations can choose from different models, frameworks, deployment options, and integration approaches based on their specific needs. This flexibility allows businesses to build AI solutions while maintaining control over their technology strategy and avoiding unnecessary dependence on a single vendor. Now, let's take a look at other options. Option A suggests strict reliance on proprietary technologies, which would actually increase concerns about vendor lock in. Option B implies that all solutions are pre-packaged with little flexibility, which does not reflect Google's emphasis on customization and choice. And option D incorrectly suggests that Google's primary goal is workforce replacement rather than productivity, enforcement, and innovation. Therefore, the correct answer is option C. Google Cloud's AI solutions have an open approach that supports customer choice across offerings. This openness helps organizations maintain flexibility and reduces concerns about vendor lock-in.